Okay, so let's now take a look at the second riff in our guitar tab method book. Um, this one is called Peter Gunn, and this one's a little bit more trickier than the first one. So let me go ahead and play it, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, I'm using all of my fingers. If you have problems with your pinky, then yeah, I'll show you another way you can use that. And you don't have to play it this fast. You can go nice and slow. Just take your time with it. This one's a little bit more trickier than the first one. So to begin with, you're going to play 2 open strings. So it's open, open. Take your index finger and you're going to play 2 open. So open, open, 2 open. Then you use your second finger, go over here to the 3rd fret. 3 open. So open, open, 2, open, 3, open. Then you're going to play 5, 5 down to 4. So I'll do this all with one finger just so you can see everything. Open, open, 2, open, 3, open, 5, 4. But again, we don't want to move our hand around a lot, so we're going to play open, open, 2, open, 3, open. Then we use our pinky and at the 5th fret and our ring finger at the 4th fret. Play that a couple times for you, nice and slow. Open 2, open 3, open 5, 4, open, open 2, open 3, open 5, 4. So that's the ideal way to do it, but if you're having problems with your pinky, you can go ahead and use your first finger for these 2 frets and then these 2 fingers for those 2 frets. Let me show you that. You go open, open, 2, open, 3, open, 5, 4, open, open, 2, open, 3, open, 5, 4. Although you could probably even do it this way. Use these 2 for those and these 2 for those. Open, open, 2, open 3, open 5, 4, open, open 2, open 3, open 5, 4. At this point, whatever way you find more comfortable, that's the right way. The main goal here, main thing I'm trying to get across is making sure you're not doing it all with one finger, because that's not very efficient. So now if you notice, I'm saying those fret numbers as I go along. It's really important because you can start to, if you're doing it without doing that, it's very easy to start wandering around. It's like, what am I doing wrong? You're not really keeping track of it in your head. You're just kind of meandering around. So if I catch, I'm saying the actual fret numbers, I catch myself. Open 2, open 3, open 5, 4. Oh wait, that's not 5. This is 5. 5, 4, open, open 2, open 3, open 5, 4. Oh no, I played 3. I need to play 4. So you basically can catch yourself. So that's really important. Make sure when you're doing this, say those fret numbers. And again, just like we talked about in the last video, make sure it's even. At first, go ahead and do it without tapping your foot, but later on you're going to want to tap your foot. And again, a good exercise actually is because you want to memorize these fret numbers. So memorize open, open 2, open 3, open 5, 4. Just memorize that. And then start saying it in time. Open, open 2, open 3, open 5, 4. Open, open 2, open 3, open 5, 4. Make sure you can say that nice and even. And then try apply that. Even if you have to go slower. You just don't want to be going open, open, 2, open, 3, open, 5, 4. It's going to sound weird. So, open, open, 2, open, 3, open, 5, 4, open, open, 2, open, 3, open, 5, 4. So, and as you notice there, I did it a couple different ways. You actually want to figure out one way to do it and stick with that. Don't actually ever do that, because then what you're gonna, if you practice it a couple different ways, that's when you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna go over to play it, and your fingers are gonna confuse. Oh, am I supposed to use these 2 fingers, those 2 fingers? Pick one way and stick with that every single time. So, so yeah, so there's that riff, Peter Gunn. And then again, you can tap your foot. You know, let's be a little quicker. You know, I don't know if you can see this, but so yep, you keep that in time, and then again, eventually you bring in your drum beat or a metronome. There's Peter Gunn. Have fun with that, and we'll move on to the next one, and I'll do a video on that pretty soon. All right, we'll talk to you later. And if you have any questions, shoot them on down below. All right, we'll see you in the next one.